And here in the first heat of the women's 200 IM from Cavalier, Harriet Fishburne. That's in lane 3. Lane 4, Velocity Swimming, Carolyn McGee. In lane 5, from the Olympic Club, Nancy Stretch. What a great finish here in Heat 1. Women's 200 IM. Little extra kick will get them to the wall. Carolyn McGee and Nancy Stretch really going after it. It's Carolyn McGee, 5:23.24. A tenth behind her is Nancy Stretch. That's pretty entertaining racing right there. Heat 2. Heat 2 of the women's 200 IM. Lane 1 from Ensworth Aquatics, Sarah Weissman. Lane 2 from New England Masters, Leanne Banks. Lane 3, Palm Beach Masters, Linda Irish Bostick. Lane 4, Puget Sound, Wendy Hoffman. Lane 5, Oregon, Jenna Summers. Lane 6, Croc Masters, Margaret Hare. And lane 7, Asociación Natación Masters, Ana Teresa Molina. Leanne Banks at the halfway mark, 133.89. Followed by Wendy Hoffman with a 138.49. Wendy Hoffman making up the ground in the breaststroke. Still Leanne Banks, 234.05, followed by Hoffman, 234.87. Another great finish here in the 200 IM. 2 heats, 2 close finishes. That is Wendy Hoffman in lane 4, 319.96. Leanne Banks at 321.10. And a 323.33 for Linda Irish Bostick. And coming into the wall, Ana Teresa Molina. Heat 3. Heat 3 of the women's 200 IM in lane 1 from Puget Sound, Sarah Welch. Lane 2 from Swim Fort Lauderdale, Carolyn Lyman. Lane 3 from Low Country, Susan Gorsdahl. In lane 4 from Puget Sound, Charlotte Davis. In lane 5 from Fort Lauderdale, Cecilia McCloskey. In lane 6 from Sacramento, Sally Guthrie. Lane 7 from Puget Sound, Kate Myers. And in lane 8 from Rocky Mountain, Cynthia Schaefer. Keep your eye on lanes 4 and 5, Charlotte and Cecilia. From different ends of the country, one in Fort Lauderdale, one up here in the Seattle area. Charlotte Davis just setting in June the new national record at 3:16:54. Right now, it's Cecilia McCloskey at the halfway mark with a 1:32:93 and a 3-second lead over Charlotte Davis. And making the turn together, it's now Charlotte Davis. 2:32:91. Charlotte Davis opening it up a little bit in the freestyle. Taking a look, 3:16:54. That's going to be easy on the national record. Charlotte Davis with another national record. Put your hands together for not only a national record, but a new world record. Charlotte Davis, 3:14:64, the new world mark in the 75 to 79 category. Heat 4. here in Heat 4. The women's 200 IM after a very exciting world record Heat 3 from Charlotte Davis. In lane 1, Michigan Masters, Tamara Steele. Lane 2, Minnesota, Paula Pendergrast. Lane 3, New England, Karen Beerwart. Lane 4, Garden State, Nancy Stedman Martin. Lane 5, Fort Lauderdale's Pamela Falgino. Lane 6, the Olympic Club, Phyllis Quinn. Lane 7, YMCA's Elizabeth Smith. And in lane 8, Rocky Mountain, Sue Bloomfield. Everyone in this race in the 70 to 74 category. World and USA American record set in 2021 by Laura Val at a 3:00:96. Nancy Stedman Martin in lane 4 coming through the 1:31:69. 'Karen Barrett holding on to second at the 100. She was 1:45:99. .235:40 is Stedman Martin's time at the final turn. .318:16 for Nancy Stedman Martin in lane 4 from the Garden State Masters Swim Club. Nancy's followed by Karen Beerwart with a 3:38:45. Heat 5. And I would like to remind all swimmers that we are doing flyover starts. Okay, that'd be great. And here in the Heat 5, in lane 1 from Mission Viejo, Diana Dolan Lamar. In lane 2, Oregon's Nancy Vincent. Lane 3, New England's Beth Estill. Lane 4, Walnut Creek, Sherry Nickelman. Lane 5 from Rocky Mountain, Karina Malik. In lane 6, Tri-City, Atomic Sturgeons, Zhao Chuanzhu. In lane 7, Oregon's Candace Chat. And in lane 8, from Costa Rica Tennis Club, Rosa Gutierrez. And I do have some team scores through event 25. That's the men's IM. I'll read the top 5. I've got women's local. In 5th place with 128, San Diego Swim Masters. 4th with 145, Terrapin Masters. 3rd with 159, South Davis. 2nd with 204.50, Rose Bowl. And right now, our women's local club team score leader, 284, Swim Fort Lauderdale. And our women's team score for regional top 5 with 144.50 in 5th, New England Masters. 4th, 175, North Carolina. 3rd, 244.50, Rocky Mountain. 2nd with 718.50, 0.5, Oregon Masters. And our top regional women's team score at this point through the men's IM, 1,066.5 points, Puget Sound Masters. Do a little transition.
Shoot. Best time? Close.
I'll go see what I can do on that side, because that might have been why it was messing up the second button. But yeah, but this time I actually lost the team.
And Heat 5 goes to Sherry Nickelman with a 319.96. Heat 6. And here in Heat 6, in lane 1 from the Villagers, Kimberly Guilfoyle. In lane 2 from Rocky Mountain, Ellie Najjar. Lane 3 from Conejo Valley, Becky Clevenger. In lane 4 from Côte Saint Luc, Ilka Lowenstein. In lane 5 from North Carolina, Maria Vasquez. Lane 6 from Las Vegas, Stephanie Saucy. Lane 7 from Rocky Mountain, Christy Coughlin. And in lane 8 from Slow Seahawks, Paula Dooley. This is Heat 6 Women's 100 IM. And I've got some men's team scores, local clubs, top 5. 5th place, 175 points, Palm Beach Masters. Heat 4, 177, Rose Bowl Masters. Heat 3, 3rd place, 195 points, Tamalpais Aquatics. 2nd place so far through event 25 with 223, Lone Star. And our top club through the men's IM with 320 points, Swim Fort Lauderdale. Top 5 regional men's team scores. Again, through event 25. 5th, Wisconsin Masters with 121. 4th with 236, Rocky Mountain. 3rd with 292, North Carolina. 2nd with 1,021.5, Oregon. And our top team through event 25 of men's regional, 1,208 points, Puget Sound Masters. Heat 7. And again, I'll remind all swimmers that we are doing flyover starts, so please stay in your lane. And here in Heat 7, in lane 1 from Puget Sound, Carrie Faulkner. Lane 2 from San Diego, Kirsten Purcell. Lane 3 from Lone Star, Stephanie Stone. 4 from Walnut Creek, Allison Zaminan. Lane 5 from Palm Beach, Linda Visser. Lane 6 from Davis, Emma Garforth. And in lane 7 from Puget Sound, Shelley Reimer. Halfway mark, 1:14.79 for lane 4. That's Allison Zamanian. Allison's followed by Linda Visser with a 1:17.83. And Stephanie Stone behind her at 1:18.86. .50 to go now. It's still Zamanian with a 2:04.57 with 50 to go. Linda Visser behind her at 2:05.49. Allison Zamanian from Walnut Creek. The 2:41.24. Heat 8. Here in Heat 8 in the middle of the pool, lanes 2 through 7. In lane 1 from Puget Sound, Julie Sai. In lane 2 from Arizona, Angela Randall. From lane 3 in the YMCA is Amber Rand. Lane 4 from Ellensburg, Annie Egger. Lane 5, her teammate from Ellensburg, Sarah Bradley. And in lane 7, Puget Sound's Tamara Chalou. Now I have the combined scores from local clubs. 5th with 2:38, Blue Wave. 4th with 2:70, Palm Beach. 3rd with 2:72, Lone Star. 2nd with 381.5, Rose Bowl. And our top combined local club teams with 6:04 through event 25, Swim Fort Lauderdale. Halfway mark now in this heat 8 of the women's 200 IM. That's Ann Egger in lane 5 with a 1:25.29. She's followed with a 1:31.23 from Amber Rand. I now have the regional club combined team scores, top 5 through event 25, the men's 200 IM. 5th with 2:36, New England. 4th with 4:67, North Carolina. 3rd with 480.5, Rocky Mountain. 2nd with 1,740, Oregon. And our top combined team for regional clubs with 2,274.5 points, Puget Sound Masters. Final turn, Ann Egger still holding on to it in the freestyle. 2:20.46. Amber Rand 5 seconds behind her with a 2:25.34. into the wall to take heat 8. Heat 9. And here in Heat 9, we have Puget Sound's Terry Campbell in lane 1. Lane 2, South Davis, Mindy Hopfenbeck. Lane 3, Centro Deportivo Israelita is Cece Cohen. In lane 4, Oregon's Beth Martell. Lane 5, St. Pete Masters, Allison Hayden. Lane 6, Puget Sound, Dana Robertson Halter. Lane 7, San Diego's Lisa Souders. And in lane 8 from Swim Fort Lauderdale, Julie Duslair. This is heat 9 of 17 of the women's 200 IM. Don't forget the 50s coming up next will be starting at the scoreboard end. All 50s starting at the scoreboard end. First day of our last section, Mount Hood was 96, 97 degrees. Nothing for you guys, but and I did prelims, time trials. I was trying to find somebody to do time trials.
First time that I was over at Mount Hood for the Masters, first day back, the announcer looked there. Can you go over to the Masters so you can see the sunset? Can you go to the beach and see the sunrise?
Beth Martell, 244.46 from Oregon in lane 4. Heat 10. I said it. The power went out. We lost everything.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's
Here in Heat 10, in Lane 1, Club Tribe Sydney Ray. Lane 2, Oregon Masters Laura Wilcom. Lane 3, Asociación Natación Masters Tatiana Villalobos. Lane 4 from Puget Sound, Melissa Cheadle. Lane 5 from Puget Sound, Maria Belkina. In Lane 6 from Rogue, Lisa Meyer. Lane 7, South Dakota's Lee Nays. And in Lane 8 from Blue Wave, Lanny Schlepper. Lisa Meyer from Rogue with a 2:14.50. Heat 11. And here in Heat 11, women's 200 IM. In lane 1 from Royal Masters, Nicole Harper. Lane 2 from Puget Sound, Holly Liquila. Lane 3 from Puget Sound, Colleen Wallstrom. Lane 4 from Oregon, Sonia Skinner. Lane 5 from Nickel City Splash, Kelly Jarlak. Lane 5 from South Davis, Shannon Manning. Lane 7 from Oregon is Marissa Jackson. And in lane 8 from Puget Sound, Mindy Ziffrin Hall. All plugged into one outlet. It was one big plug-in, and they cars running off of that.
I mean, you got room for another couple of floats.
We had the sound system. Yeah, there were a couple of empty slots that we could have filled. It was crazy. I saw that setup.
Ain't gonna work.
Another great race here. Sonia Skinner and Colleen Wallstrom. Wallstrom looking very smooth with the freestyle in lane 3. Trying to close this heat out. It is Colleen Wallstrom from Puget Sound. 2:44.40, followed by Sonia Skinner at 2:45.55. Heat 12. And here in Heat 12, in lane 1 from Slow Seahawks, Christine Scott. In lane 2 from Spokane Sturgeons, Aaron Popelka. Lane 3 from Oregon, Jamie Van Erden. Lane 4 from Aquatico, Susana Oliveira. In lane 5 from Puget Sound, Denise Lindberg. Lane 6 from South Davis, Rochelle Woodbury. Lane 7 from Oregon, Elise Mahoney. And lane 8 from San Ramon, Kelly Ratimer. Heat 12 of 17 of the women's 200 IM. Halfway mark, Susanna Olvera at a 1:15.38, tightly contested. Right behind her is Denise Lindberg, who had a great pullout in the breaststroke, taking the lead. Final turn, and Denise Lindberg from Puget Sound, 2:00.50. $2:37.81 for Lindberg. Heat 13. All 8 lanes filled here in Heat 13. In lane 1 from Puget Sound, Marina Calvo. Lane 2 from Terrapin, Laura Rose. Lane 3 from Puget Sound, Hannah Laughlin. Lane 4 from Georgia, Caroline Johnson. Lane 5 from Mesa Aquatic Club, Stephanie McNichol. Lane 6 from UC 43, Elizabeth Enriquez Ortiz. Lane 7 from University of Santa Barbara, Renee DiBartolomeo. In lane 8 from Minnesota, Chelsea Reynolds.
My feeling that one was that's an accommodation towards the swimmer.
Halfway mark, that's Caroline Johnson with a 1:07.79. She's got about a 7-second lead over Stephanie McNichol in lane 5 with a 1:15.06. Final turn, Johnson still holding on to it, 1:57.76. Caroline Johnson coming in the wall in Heat 13 at 2:33.19. She is followed by Stephanie McNichol, 2:37.37. Once again, want to remind everyone the 50 start at the scoreboard end. Heat 14. And as we go in Heat 14 in lane 1 from Blue Wave, Jessica Vlasic. In lane 2, Slow Seahawks, Haley Aumiller. Lane 3, Windsor Essex, Hannah Oswald. Lane 4, Terrapin, Courtney Randolph. Lane 5, Rose Bowls, Olivia Berry. Lane 6, New Albany's, Caitlin Gagnon. Lane 7, Slow Seahawks, Eileen Kim. And in lane 8 from Puget Sound, Yoon Lee. Seat 14, we have 17 heats in the women's 200 IM. Courtney Randolph with a 158.23 in lane 4 from the Terrapins. Courtney's followed on the outside by Jessica Vlasic. .234.47 for Randolph to take heat 14, and she's followed 208.63. Make that 247.43 from Hannah Oswald. Heat 15. Middle of the pool with the outside lanes empty. Lane 2 is New England's Karen 2. Lane 3 from Puget Sound, Samantha Senton. Lane 4, UC 37's Allison Kulikowski. Lane 5 from Nickel City Splash, Teresa Minigel. Lane 6 from Puget Sound, Daniela Katzelberg. And then lane 7 from Sawtooth Masters, Annika Rubaki. .115.69 at the 100 for Annika Rubaki. Right next to her in lane 6 is 118.30 for Daniela Kasselberg. Things have tightened up a bit in the breaststroke. It's still Rubaki. Rubaki on the outside with a 2:03.35. But now Kulikowski has moved into second during the breaststroke, 2:09.65.
I'll have a list of people who told me that they checked in, but they don't know.
Heat 15's all Annika Rubaki. 2:40.06. Heat 16. And here in Heat 16 in Lane 1 from Ensworth, Lauren Branscombe. Lane 2 from Puget Sound, Rhiannon Reese. Lane 3 from Oregon, Camille Campbell. Lane 4 from Minnesota, Abby Irwin. Lane 5 from Puget Sound Masters, Alicia Diaz. In lane 6 from Riptide, McKinley Baycraft. In lane 7 from Puget Sound, Emily Lederman. And in lane 8 from Illinois Masters, Sarah Puente Rubio. Halfway mark, that is Alicia Diaz with a 108.99. Followed by Abby Irwin, 111.93. And Camille Campbell at 117.16.
That is correct.
234.62 for Abby Irwin from Minnesota to take Heat 16. This is our 17th and final heat. Here in our final heat of the women's 200 IM. In lane 1 from Oregon State, Anna Schollenberger. Lane 2 from Oregon Masters, Addison Schroeder. Lane 3 from YMCA, Maya Baumgartner. Lane 4 from Rose Bowl, Nicole Cienega. In lane 5 from Oregon Masters, Jules Springer. Lane 6, UC 36. Tiffany Shin. Lane 7 from USU Swim and Dive, Marissa Dukuster. And in lane 8 from South Davis, Sophia Jones. Halfway through this final heat, that's Jules Springer from Oregon with a 110.57. Jules followed by Nicole Sinega with a 114.94. Once again, final reminder, all 50 start at the scoreboard end. Jules Springer, 233.75 from Oregon, followed by Nicole Senega.